guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Annie here of Any Given Sunday. I'm so excited to be back bringing you guys a little bit of my nighttime skincare routine. So I have recently overhauled my skincare routine with an emphasis on hydration by turning to a 10-step Korean beauty routine. It is 10 steps, so this might be a lengthy video, but I'm really excited to show you guys how I've switched things up a bit and how it's paid off for my skin. I've had this makeup on since about 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 6 o'clock, so that's about 10 hours. Normally I don't wear makeup during the week, but my routine is the same. So just want you guys to keep that in mind. And if you guys like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit up my blog, Any Given Sunday. Follow me on Instagram at Any Given Sunday. Whatever suits your fancy, whatever you prefer to do. Great, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm in my bathroom, and the first thing that I typically do when I want to get all of this off is I go in with a cleansing balm. And I had always been doing this, but now I am using the Clean at Zero cleansing balm as my first step. After I've rubbed for like a considerable amount of time, then I wash it off. It turns out to be like a milky residue, or like it ends up being a milky texture. And then I get rid of it all. I think I'm ready to go now. You want to make sure you really get like edges, side, like everything. Like the oil should be working its way into everything under, all of that good stuff. All right, ready to go. Typically when I'm in the middle of that step, I like to go in with another cleanser. This isn't K-Beauty, but it is Japanese Beauty. And this is from H2O Plus. It's the Hydration Sensitive Gel Cleanser. If I don't have makeup on, I would skip this step and go straight into my next cleanser, but it's clear that I need a little bit extra help getting all of this off. So I take some, just a bit. And rub that in some more. Once it looks like most of that is all gone, I finally go in with my last step, which is the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser from Crave Beauty. And that is what I use to kind of hydrate. I like it. Now I'm ready to wash it off. Once I'm done with that, I'll finally done with all my cleansing steps. I wipe my face with a paper towel because it's the cleanest option. I did just wash my washcloths today, so I could use that, but I prefer to keep it consistent and just use a paper towel to gently dab the water off of my face. Once I'm done with that, I toss it and we are done with cleansing. I just dropped it on the floor accidentally, but yeah, you get the point. And as you see, I kind of look ghostly because that's what happens after you cleanse. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna get right into it. So next in the routine, after I've cleansed with an oil cleanser and a gel cleanser, I go in with a moisturizer. And the moisturizer that I have decided to use is the Primera, it's from Primera, I don't know how to necessarily pronounce it, Mild Facial Peeling Gel. In addition to that, or not in addition, but alternatively, sometimes what I use as an exfoliant is this Skin Inc. Pure Revival Peel. It is not K-Beauty, it is Japanese Beauty, but that was what I was using before Primera Beauty kindly sent me this exfoliant. You apply it on cleansed, dry skin, and then you watch all the fun stuff roll off. So I'm just gonna go straight into my skin because I remember this like really rolled off. So I'm just gonna do that and then rub it in. And as I start to rub it in, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. You'll start to see it. Bring this back a little. Forming little rolls. And I just continue doing that for like a few minutes, and then I wash it all off once again. So I'm back and I wiped off the exfoliant, but I do also want to mention another exfoliant that I have in my arsenal that is K-Beauty. So this one is a mask, and this is a little bit more heavy duty than the mild facial peel that I just talked about from Primera and the gel from Skin Inc. This is the Peach and Lily Surfacing Reboot Mask. I've heard a lot of things about this product. And I finally decided to give it a shot. My first impressions when I used it a few days before now was that it like tingles when you put it on. It says mild tingling is like expected, but it's not like your average mask. It's kind of just like glossy. But I thought so far it was pretty good, but I have to use this more to figure out how I actually feel about it. But I've heard nothing but great things. So probably like in the middle of the week when my skin is like needing a little bit more of an exfoliant, I'll go in with this mask. But since I've already cleansed with an oil cleanser, cleansed with a gel cleanser, and exfoliated, I believe step 4 is my toner. I really like this toner. It's from Be The Skin. I got this because it was on the list of Peach and Lily's K-Beauty Awards, so I figured why not give it a shot. So all I do is take it and put it on a cotton pad. The only downside, am I focused? Are you focusing on me? No, you're not. Thank you. The only downside I would say about this is the application. So it comes out of like a really, really tiny hole. And like, so I end up like having to do this to get even anything out. So I do that a few times and then I have enough products to put it all on my face. Doesn't tingle or anything. It's just, it feels like the focus of this is hydration. Then afterwards, I follow up with an essence. An essence is really, like, in my opinion, it's superfluous. You don't really need it, but it's a part of the K-Beauty routine. This is another product from Primera Beauty. And essences essentially just like add a layer of hydration, and that's like my goal. And everything is to just make sure I stay hydrated. So all I do is pour a little bit in my hand, not so much rub it together, just like make sure it gets on my skin and tap it in all over. And then I let that dry on its own. But I can't say that I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen so many different changes in my skin because I've added an essence. But at the same time, I have seen a change in my skin for the better, and it could be because of the essence. So it's one of those, like, I've changed so many things in my routine that I won't say that it hasn't helped, but I don't know specifically with what it's helped. So I'll just say, since I have it, I'll use it, and it doesn't necessarily hurt, and the Koreans do it, so why not me? Once I do that, then the next steps, and this was pretty new to me. I thought my serums went on after my sheet mask, but it turns out you basically like layer on the hydration and then you put on a sheet mask to like even more, like to layer it on even more. So I have 3 serums here and I layer on my serums. The first, I go in order of kind of like thinness to thickness. The first is this multifunction formula snail repair intensive ampule. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't really know what an ampule is. I know that this was on the Peach and Lily Best of K-Beauty Awards. I've heard a lot of things about snail mucin. And here I am putting it on my face. I actually really like this, how it feels. Another layer of hydration, essentially. Apparently it helps with dark circles and wrinkle care. I don't think I have wrinkles, but it never hurts to be early. So yeah, I just rub that in all over the face and then I let it dry down before I go to my other serums. Cool. Next up, also heard a lot of great things about the Peach and Lily Glass Refining Serum. This product came late in addition, as well as the, it's going to be hard to show up, but it basically just says Glass Skin Refining Serum. But this product, there's no point in me holding it up because it's not showing. This product I haven't been able to use for as long because it showed up in a separate package. So I've only been using it for a few days, but I will say the immediate result is that it looks like, makes your skin look like glass. But of course, like, I think the long-term lasting effects, I have to wait to see. So I also rub that in. Also, I could be like layering this completely wrong, at least wrong for you, but this is what works for me, or this is what has been working for me. Yeah. But like, yeah, look at that. Last but not least for serum, I go in with this thicker one from Primera. It is the Wild Seed Firming Serum, and I really like it because this especially, I've had this for a little bit longer, but this especially I feel like I can see the effects of in terms of the plumpness of my skin, both like when I use it and in the morning after I wake up. So I actually can vouch for this product. I think it's really, really, really good. And it's something that I hope to, yeah, it's meant to smooth and boost elasticity. So it's specifically for texture, and I do feel like I see a difference in my texture above anything else when I use this. Note that this is like a tacky texture. So like when I put it on, you'll see it like drags when I put it across my face. I don't necessarily mind it, but it's something to keep in mind because at first I would like drop it all over because I wasn't prepared or used to it. Yeah. See? Like that. and then I just rub it all in. I'm not sure what step we are on at this point in time, but all I know is it's the step for the sheet mask. Obviously not something that I can do every single day, but I try and do it 2 to 3 times a week. I have a decent amount of sheet masks, and actually I stock up on these masks. Like, seriously, like no joke. I cannot exist. Every single Sunday, like above anything else, I put these masks on. I have a couple from OK Skincare. They sent this to me. I like them because they're cute. They have like little faces or whatever. This is also made in Korea. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the sheet mask from OK Skincare, and then I'm going to let that sit in for about 20, maybe 30 minutes if I'm feeling like it, and then I'll be back. And now I'm ready to move on to, I normally like fan it down to move on to the final or like penultimate step, which is moisturizer. So this moisturizer, typically I've only used Sunday Riley Tidal Enzyme Brightening Cream for like the longest time. But I recently tried out the Peach Slices Citrus Honey Aqua Glow. It was also on the list of like best of K Beauty from Peach and Lily. So I figured give it a try because I already love their mask so much. So what I can say about this is I like it. I like the consistency. I like how it smells too, but it's also very affordable. I'm not sure how much it is at the top of my head, but it's maybe like $14 tops. So this is definitely something I probably see myself using more often. My skin feels great once I put it on. It's not too heavy. And once again, as I said, like affordability is a big plus for me because my Sunday Riley cream was or is like $65. And your girl is on a budget. Cool, so once I apply that, that's what it's looking like. After this step, I typically either go in with an eye cream if it's in the daytime, and then I follow up with SPF. But at night, I might put an eye mask. I told you in the daytime I would put an eye cream, and the one I use is not K Beauty, but it is from Indie Lee. It is the Eye Waken serum. But for the purposes of nighttime, I use an eye mask, an eye sleeping mask, and a face sleeping mask. Now, I'm not necessarily going to put that on right now because it is about 8 o'clock and I'm not going to bed probably for another 2 to 3 hours. But I will be back when I'm getting ready to go to bed to show you what my skin looks like then, and also to just show you how what the masks are that I use. So yeah, I'll be back when it's time for bed to show you the end of my routine. Cool, so it is now 11:36. I'm pretty much getting ready for bed. I probably have about like 30 more minutes before I actually call it in for the night. So I'm going to, ooh, my shoulder's sore. I'm going to finish up my routine with my sleeping mask. So this, I have a couple of options when it comes to sleeping masks. So I'll start off first with my eye sleeping mask. I mentioned earlier that during the day I would wear an eye serum. At night, however, I just received the Laneige eye sleeping mask. So this is what I put on my eyes. It's actually pretty interesting. Because it came with like a little ceramic bulb, so I would just like gently tap it around. It feels really cool, like temperature wise. So I would tap that serum around the orbital bone and then rub it in with my fingers, making sure it goes a little bit over my eyelid. Cool, so now my eyes are moisturized, and the last step in my routine would be a sleeping mask. So I purchased this bedside mask that is lavender milk. Here it is. I really like how this smells. It's very, very hydrating, and I think it's like the sole reason why when I wake up in the morning my face is like really, really hydrated and moisturized. Another alternative is this sleeping mask from Laneige. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, but I noticed that this is also a lavender mask, which is pretty cool. I think lavender is like something that like smells good, so they put it in stuff before you sleep. But I noticed that since this is a water mask, it's a little bit lighter, which is not a bad thing at all. It depends on like what your skin needs. I've been using this for the past couple of nights, so I'm probably gonna try out my Eco Your Skin, go back to this one. So I'm just gonna put that on. all over. It smells really, really good. Like really, really good. And rub it in. And there you have it, guys. That is my full 10-step routine. Obviously, pros and cons. Pros, I feel like my skin is like really enjoying all of the attention and love that I'm giving it. Obvious con is that it's very time consuming, but I think that this is something that like pays off in the end because it is your skin. So I'm willing to like put the time in to make sure that I'm like giving my skin the attention it deserves. Cool, so I just woke up, as you can tell by my lack of enthusiasm right now. But this is just to show you guys what my skin looks like the morning after I do that routine. So I don't know about you guys, but this looks great to me. It looks super hydrated. Any oil that might have been produced, that's what I wash off once again with my oil cleanser. But yeah, this is what my skin looks like as soon as I wake up in the morning. Yeah. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to send them my way. If you liked what you saw in this video, like, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, all of the above. Check out my blog, Instagram, you know the deal. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.